Taylor, thank you for being here and hanging out with me. Go ahead and turn on your mic and turn on your camera. There you go. Hi.
Hi. Oh my
How
gosh.
are you?
Good. How are you?
Well, are you ready?
Yeah, I was outside and I guess I didn't have good Wi-Fi. I don't know. It wasn't connected.
What? Well, I'm glad you came back in. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Zoom is a huge program.
Okay.
And if we are away from Wi-Fi, a lot of times it just says fuck it and it does not
Yeah.
want to work. Okay.
Right.
So stay with me really quick. I'm going to get really quiet for a second and get all weird and I'm going to feel.
Okay.
Um, and I'm going to walk you through everything. Okay. So I'm going to kind of like zone out and stare at nothing. Hang on.
Okay.
I think your people were trying to talk about your loved one at the very end of my last session. Hold on. I'll tell you why in just a second. You're like, why do you think that? Hold on. Hold on. Okay, so I also want to let you know, I don't know if they'll be able to do it. I'm asking in my brain. I also have my REM pod on back here. So this red light. And so they actually
Mm-hmm.
have to go up and I'm too far away, but they have to touch it and it lights up and it makes noise. Essentially, we all have an electromagnetic field. So that's what orbs are when they show up. And so when they come in, they use our energy and they can touch that and they can set it off. That's what I use in all of my haunted investigations and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
When they're in heaven though, they're not as middle. That's more for like somebody like commits suicide or something like that. Because they're
Right.
stuck, they're trying to figure out how to
Mm-hmm.
raise up. So it's easier when spirits are in heaven, it's harder, but that doesn't mean it can't happen. And then the other thing is that I have my spirit box on. So if you see me looking at my phone, I'm not being a butthole. I'm seeing if I get anything interesting.
Okay.
Okay. So actually I'm just gonna set it here. Okay. All right, hold on. What are you doing? So do you have a dog now? Like in your home?
Not in the home, but we do have dogs
Okay.
out. Yeah.
Oh, you do? Where are they at?
They're just in the front yard. They're just
Oh,
outside dogs. Yeah.
oh, okay, cool. Yeah. So
Yeah.
this is what I just heard. I heard a dog, and I'm like, okay. And
Yeah.
they're talking about seeing this dog, and I'm like, it's very quiet in here.
Yeah.
And
One just passed away shortly, like a couple of months ago.
oh, a dog. So two
Mhm.
things on that. I would have to say one is that your kiddo would be with a dog, and two, that would be saying the dog is coming in and the dog is coming to say hi.
Mhm.
And why? Hold on. She was suffering. What? Hold on. So are we calling your partner your husband? Is that what we're calling them?
I don't have
That's your
no.
part. No. Okay. Okay. So you and him are not together. So you and your kid's dad were not together anymore. Okay. That's why you're not married. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. They go like this. They say, dad, dad, dad. I said, what? They go, not married. And I'm like, partner? What are we calling them then?
Mhm.
And tell me, so he really wasn't being any big help or anything like that for you
No.
at that
No.
point? Okay. All right. I said, well, what about them? I said, did you love? Did they co-parent together? Were they together at that point? And then they said, like, mom feels all alone or mom felt all alone.
Mhm.
And I go, okay, or did
Mhm.
it all alone? And they recognize this. And so tell me why? What? Shh. There's not a pregnant female out there, right?
Mm, no.
Not yet. Okay. Okay. Watch out. Watch out. There may be one because they're not neutered, correct?
The dogs?
Yeah, the female one, or I guess spayed.
Oh, I'm not sure. We have two females.
You do.
So I don't
Okay,
know.
check to see. So somebody just went through and they showed me like
Mm-hmm.
growing, and then they showed me, like when female dogs are getting ready to have puppies, how
Mm-hmm.
their little nips hang down. That's what
Oh
they just
yeah.
showed me, and Yeah, and I'm like, okay, so I want you to kind of just put that in the back of your head and email me. Usually that means that it's about to happen or some puppies are about
Okay.
to pop off, or it could be
Yeah,
that you end up finding puppies like in your yard from these dogs. We'll have to see.
maybe.
Email me. And why? What happened? Hang on. He's talking about how so like your ex, by the time your son passed, so your ex was very shallow with like condolences and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I said, how did he react? I said, did they come together? Did they have a good conversation? So a lot of times with couples, they're like, man, I'm sorry. I love you. Thank you for letting me have this kid with you. I'm here for you, but we're
hmm
separate. And then he essentially says that he's not that intelligent. And I was like, oh, okay. Like that's how that came across as. Like, oh, fine.
Yeah.
And like, he's too busy. So he's with somebody else already, like dating or with somebody else, the
I would
dad.
assume, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Probably.
Okay.
Probably.
It's okay because he goes like this. He says, I said, well, why? What was he doing? And he says, oh, he was already like up somebody else's skirt or something like that,
Oh yeah.
essentially. That's
Oh
like the
yeah.
feeling.
During the whole time.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
Really?
yeah. Hold on.
You're okay. Take your time.
Hey,
Hold
mom.
on.
Mom, will you get him, please? He really wants back here.
You're okay. You're okay. And go. My dog likes to lay at my session room door and snort underneath it. And she is a Great Dane. And I have to get my husband to grab her so she stops snorting underneath my session
Yeah.
room door.
But
Oh, with you.
yeah.
So that was your kid? That wasn't a dog?
No, that was another kid. Yeah.
That was okay. I go like this. I said, so what kind of dog was that? And he goes, no, reads books. And I was like, oh, okay, so that was a kid. And I'm like, and it just said book on my spirit box. Tell me. Oh,
Yeah, that's his younger brother.
that's
So,
the yeah, yeah.
he was probably like 5 months when Bryson passed away. Yeah.
No wonder. Okay, he loves him. He
Yes.
loves him.
Yes.
Yeah. So he's talking about how he likes to sit with you. Why? Why? He said he sees him. Has your kid at this point, he hasn't really started talking a whole lot though, correct?
No.
Okay. I said, does he talk about you or what? He goes, no, he like looks like that. And I'm like, okay. So I wouldn't even be surprised. I mean, you don't have to be like, where's your brother? But like, just watch
Yeah.
and see if he like points or looks later on as he gets older and tell me. So I think Grayson showed me an image of what happened when he passed earlier. He went like this. He went like that, and then he shows himself from the side. And tell me. Wow. He's talking about how helpless you felt. He's talking about how, where? So did you end up, did you hold him after he passed?
My mom did.
Your mom, yeah, because he's talking about this feeling. That,
Mhm.
and he says that they held me. So tell your mom that he knows. Tell your mom that.
Mhm. I think that is because he drowned. That's how he passed.
That's why.
Mhm.
That's why.
And she's
That's the breathe. That's why. Yeah, yeah. And
Mhm.
so, because he said, Amy, I said, what happened? He says like,
Mhm.
and then he shows me this image of being on his back and then everybody feeling super helpless. That's because nobody can do anything about it.
Mhm.
And then he's making me, this whole thing when I started doing this is he's making me hear somebody say like my son or my baby or my grandson or just this type of energy from it. And he's already out of his body. He's like watching all of this happen. And tell me. It was mine. Sorry. So you had like walked back in the house at this point? You were in the house?
No, I was at work, so I.
That's why you were away. That's why you were in the building. Okay, gotcha. Because he goes like this. He says, Mom wasn't there to see it. Mom was in building. And I'm like, oh, maybe mom's in home.
Hmm.
And he's talking about how, like, don't blame on, that's what he says. Um, he's with Penelope. He's with my client. Her daughter was 3. She drowned in a lake. He just flashed me her.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, he's with her. Was this like a lakeside? Where was this at? What was this at?
Um, well, it was in our pool, and so it was just becoming May, so
Yeah.
it was still like murky.
So you couldn't see all the way.
Hmm.
Gotcha. Yeah, I get it. Because he's talking about going to the edge, and then he says it was my fault or it was my choice. So he got in, so he fell in. That was the whole thing. Okay. I said, were you playing? Did you get drug under or what? He says, no, I like that. And he's talking about how I would have to say that Penelope's here. Now I have to go and find Penelope's mom and email her and let her know because she shows up sometimes and she's so sweet. But you don't live anywhere near a Chick-fil-A right now, correct? Or like a Chick-fil-A is not closed? Okay.
Well,
The last meal that she had before she passed was Chick-fil-A, and she came through and told me that. And I said, "Where was your Chick-fil-A at?" And she's like, "No, no, no. They don't have one close to them. They don't." I was like, "Oh, okay." So they're just answering all the questions. Hold on. Your son is safe. He's very safe. He's in this home, but he's also on the other side, hanging out and having a good time. And why? So by the time they ended up finding him, he was already gone
hmm.
completely.
Hmm.
Okay, I said, who was watching this? Did they see it and you sucked it all in? And then he says, no, no, no. When they pulled me out, I was already stiff.
Hmm.
And he says, like, it was okay because sometimes they'll go and they'll talk about the pain of breaking the ribs. And he's talking about how we tried or attempted, but there was no point for it. And he's saying, tell me, closed off now. Weird. So you can still go to that pool?
Well, it's not a pool anymore. We tore it down,
You
and
closed it
then
off now.
we put it was an above ground pool, so we put bricks
Yeah.
around it and a fireplace. So yeah,
Good
we
job. You
closed
did.
it.
Cool. Good, good, good. Yeah. And so that's here at this home.
Mhm.
That's why. Okay. Because he
Mhm.
says at the home, can still go
Mhm.
around it, closed it off. And I was like, okay. So now that he knows. And I'm
Mhm.
glad that you did that. And why? Tell me about her. Mm. Who is, what does May have to do with anything?
That's the month he passed away.
Okay. Somebody goes May. I was like, is that the middle name? Because I always hear like Ann May or
Mhm.
whatever. And so he passed then. Um, I'm fine, Mom. He could talk. So he could make little words here and there. Like he could say little things here and there. Okay. I said, how far along were you in talking? He's like, oh, I'm talking very well now. And I said, were you like 1 or 2 syllables? And he's like, no, I could say things. And I'm like, oh, okay, good. And he, what? Are his brother's feet bigger than his? Like, or like, do we have his shoes for him?
To show you, or
No,
like,
no. You still have
oh,
them? Are you going to save
oh,
them for his brother to wear?
yeah, he's wearing them now.
Shut up.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes. Okay, good, good, good. Sorry,
yeah.
he just went through. He said shoes, and he makes me hear, ta, 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 and then he holds them up. He says, "Brothers, feet big," and I go, "Oh," and then he says, "Give to, pass down to." I said, most of the time when a kiddo passes, We don't. We either throw them away or we keep them separate. He's like, no, mom will. I was like, all right. So that's how it sounds in my brain. And I put it together in like a flow so it feels better. And where? Random Mississippi. Hang on. What about it? Oh, are you thinking about going? I mean, not right now. You don't need to right now. Oh, it just said see your goal. Have you thought about taking college classes like online or something?
No.
Yeah, I know that's very random.
Hmm.
I don't want you to do it right now. But I'm gonna say maybe in a couple of years as your kiddo gets older, think about going back to get nothing big, maybe even like a certificate of something. I don't know. What are you doing right now as far as career?
Well, I was doing dental assisting, and then
Good.
I moved to try again with their fault with their dad. It didn't work, so I am just doing like a temporary job right now. But I'm thinking about going back to dental.
You should. You should.
Yeah,
You should. You should.
yeah,
Okay. Absolutely. Because they showed me certificate, they showed me goals, they showed me school, and so you went to school for that. And I would even say maybe even down the line, I like dental assisting. Maybe even I know that they have a couple other certificates that you can layer on that. Maybe
mm,
even go even further for like cosmetic,
mm.
dentistry for like dental assisting. Maybe like add something like that in as well.
Wow,
And
that's what I was wanting to do is do like the crowns and like dentures and like
uh-huh,
part of it.
uh-huh. Yeah, that's exactly what you
Oh,
should do. Okay. Now, I also want to let you know too, this is what I've learned recently. Um, I don't know if you know this yet, but you know when they go through and they make the crowns or they make the fake teeth, they have to send them off to a lab.
mhm.
So I have recently found out because I've read people that do this that you don't have to be like an official lab to make those teeth. You can
Really?
like, yeah, I know. I was like, oh, and this woman is making like $5 million a year making these people's false teeth from impressions in her home for
That's a
these dental offices. So you should look into that.
wow. Okay, yeah, that sounds fun.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So kind of put that in the back and
That means
why?
I'm gonna do better. That's
Yes,
what I want to
absolutely.
do.
Yeah, but you're doing well right now. Give yourself, a year
Mm-hmm.
and then do it and then go to that location. I would even say, remember, there's a reason why everything is said. So there's a reason why I said that. So I would say
Mm-hmm.
if you wanted to look into it, do it. And you don't have to do obviously that with like making the teeth right now, but kind of like put it in your mindset, look into it, go back to dental assisting, get all that, experience underneath your belt. And then it could be down the line that there's a need for you to learn how to make teeth. And then you create your
Mm-hmm.
own small business. And then
Yeah,
boom, 10 years down the line.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. And why? Tell me about it. Oh, put this here. Yeah, he definitely doesn't like his dad. I mean, he's okay, but he doesn't like the way that he treated you. And he loves you to death. Like he's your soul child. I just want to let you know that. Like he's there and
Yeah.
he's like,
Mm.
eh.
When we
And what? Tell me.
when we used to argue, he would grab my hand and pull me away from him. Yeah.
That's why. That's
That's
why.
I,
That
that's one thing
uh,
I thought about a lot right before this is like, is he proud of me for leaving him? So that makes sense.
absolutely. Yeah, that's why he's like, Dad. Eh. And that's why that was the first thing he brought up. Because that used to be your partner and you tried again. That's what I bet he was trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And go back. Susan. Is there a Susan or an S name or a SU involved somewhere? Could be dead,
That's
could be alive.
that's my mom's name. Well, my mom starts with S. Her name is Sarah. They were like best friends.
Yes. Okay, good job. Okay. Yep. So he's saying, he goes, tell her hi. I go, all right. And tell me, he's like upset that your mom doesn't play with him anymore. And not too mad, not mad at all, but he's like, now I get to see my brother have it, and it's not me. And he's
Yeah.
like, I love her. Um, and he's talking about how, where He's just saying, be more happy, mom. Be more happy, mom. Be more happy, mom. He's showing me this image of going up to your mom, I guess, when she's asleep in bed and like trying to give her a kiss on her cheek. And with you, your son, your second son sleeps with you though, in your room?
No, but Greg
No.
used to. Yeah,
Really?
Greg used to sleep. He slept on my chest every night.
He did. Okay, because he keeps coming up and coming up to you, and he says, I sleep in bed, or baby sleeps here, or baby
Mm-hmm.
sleeps right next to her. So he's saying that he still comes up and does this with you. And why? He's showing me you going through your phone and watching videos. He's showing me you going through your phone and watching pictures. And he's like by your head, and he's saying, that's me, that's me, that's me. And why? He can hear every thought. He can hear everything. He can hear everything, every thought, every feeling, every emotion, all of those things. I'm going to ask him about, oh, I wonder if this was y'all. Okay, question. This happened in the very, very beginning of my day. Do did Grayson, or maybe it's your son, does he have either a stuffed animal dog or does he have a stuffed animal horse?
Mm, no, not that I can think of.
Okay, so there was somebody, and this is the only reason why I'm thinking it could have been him. Somebody in the very beginning made me feel four dangly legs, but it's a stuffed animal. And the only stuffed animals I ever see of that is like a dog or a horse. That's the only thing I've ever seen. And it doesn't feel like a bear with like long dangly arms and about that dangly. Not crazy. Hang on.
Hmm.
We'll figure it out in a little bit. Hang on. Yeah, somebody made me, and it's almost like the ends could be filled. Like, remember how they used to make toys filled with like sand at the ends, or like
Mhm.
beans at the ends, or like rice
Yeah.
at the end? Like, that's kind of what it felt like. And so, kind of keep that in the back of your head, and then let me know why. Go. Come back here. Hang on. To me? Oh. Who's the Capricorn? Who's the January?
My brother.
That's your brother. Okay, cool. They just made me see a Capricorn jaw. So he's saying hi to your brother. So that would be hi
Oh,
to uncle. Okay. And hold on. Who is like the end of September? Or who's September?
my dad.
That's your dad. There you go. See? Because he goes like this. He says hi. So now he's trying to name everybody. All right. He's got your
Or
mom's name.
Miranda. That's also my
Or
best
what?
friend, Miranda.
Oh, Miranda's good. Okay, hold on. I would have to say, because we're in the family, probably your dad. Hold on. Tell me. So Miranda hadn't had a little boy yet at all when Grayson was alive?
Not when he was born. She
Okay.
had two girls.
She had two girls. Okay, gotcha. Hold on. Because she goes like this. He says, oh, she loved me, or she loved little boy, didn't have little boy. And I'm like, oh, okay. And tell me.
Well, when they were younger, when he was younger, she watched him and he was a little boy. That was the last time she
That's
had.
why. That's why. Okay, so that's why she loved. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, so he does love her. And all he keeps showing me is this image of like that. So it's like him being hugged by her. And I go, okay, so if you can tell her hi. And why? So who is July? Who is July?
Mm,
Is there something towards the very end of July or 22nd?
I don't know. I'm not good with birthdays.
You're okay. You're okay. Put that in the back of your brain, because somebody keeps going Cancer, but then they ended up showing me, which is July, and then they showed me End, which goes into Leo. And so keep that there. Hold on.
Mm,
And you're not going anywhere. You're not going on any trips or anything like that at all, correct? You're staying here?
yeah. Well, we were talking
Okay.
about going on, but we don't
Oh,
know if we're.
okay. Would that not be until like August though?
Actually, we're moving soon, which is
Oh, when is that happening?
maybe that. What month is this? July. It's happening
Yeah.
at the end of July.
At the end of July. Thank
Yeah.
you. Yep. Okay. So that's what that is. Okay. Because they go like this. He goes, go, go, go. And big deal, huge deal.
Yeah.
Celebration. And I'm like, yeah, so that's what that is. Thank you. And so he's saying, I'm gonna go with you. Don't worry about it. Why? Why are you moving?
Why am I moving? Because I'm living in my parents' house right now and I need mod space.
Okay, I get it. Okay, because I go like this. I said, will you go with her? He goes, yes. And I go, is mom moving? He goes, no. I said, well, why is she moving then? And so it's because you need your own space. I understand that. Sorry. And tell me, are you getting like a townhouse?
No, it's a house. A house.
It is a house. Okay. I said, well, where is she going to go? What it said, what is it an apartment? Is it what? He goes, no, they would own it or it's theirs or it's a home. And I go, okay. And I said, so not an apartment. He goes, enough bedrooms. And I said, okay, so maybe it's a townhouse. And why? Tell me. Buh. Is there a dog with a B name that you have? Buh.
Bear.
Oh,
His name
who's
is-
that? That's a dog? Okay. Yeah, because he keeps making me hear beh, beh, beh,
Mhm,
beh. And so he's just saying names. And tell me. Mm, I hear you singing to him.
Mhm.
He's trying to put the song in my brain, but I may not have it. The only thing that he can come up with right now is the You Are My Sunshine song, but I know it's not that.
Oh, it is that.
What is Shut the fuck up. Really?
Yeah, I used to sing that every night to him. And I've just started singing it to his brother to go to sleep. Yeah. Oh.
Sorry, I get so excited. I'm like, yes, do it again, do it again. He's making me hear. So I felt all this love, and he makes me hear, You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy. And
Yeah.
he's
It's
like,
a little
oh.
different.
So know that when you sing it to his brother, that he's slightly jealous, and that you should sing it to him too.
Okay.
Okay. And he loves you. He loves you. So this is what I want you to do because I do have to run to my next session. I do have to run, but I want you to do a couple of things. One, take a couple minutes before you go out into your world. Have a good breather. Have a good ugly cry. Your baby is just fine. Okay, just fine. There wasn't. Just want to let you know that there wasn't a crazy lot of pain. There wasn't. There was a tiny bit of panic, and then that initial, and then nothing, and then he
Mhm.
woke up, and he was okay, and he's running around here. He is with God. He's with everything, but he's definitely with you, and he's going to be with you for a long time. That doesn't mean he can't go back. He goes back and forth. He's definitely not stuck. But anytime you want to talk to him here. Talk to him here. He's so light that if you are in a state of grief, you won't be able to feel him. But that
Mhm.
doesn't mean that he's not there. Okay? And then if you ever need me or if you ever have any questions, email me and let me know. And I want you to know that you're a good mom.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I love you, Taylor.
Love you. Bye.